And today I'm going to share with you 7 secret tricks to approach physics for NEET aspirants. In this video, I'm going to cover all the books that I used during my NEET preparation. I'm also going to tell you how you should study NCERT and how you should grasp all the concepts. Alright, so let's get started. Firstly, generally people ignore NCERT. They think that NCERT is not important for physics. If you solve all the problems, you're like mastered in physics. No, that's totally wrong. You should always start with NCERT first. For any lesson, you should start with NCERT. Okay, it is very important because NEET, since NTA is taking the question paper, it's not totally problem based. You have a lot of theory questions as well, so you should focus on the theory part. So in NCERT, I have just divided into two parts, like theory for those important lessons for which you should read line by line theory, and the rest of the lessons you should be solving sums equally. So coming to this theory part, there are a few lessons. Like in class 11, you have mechanical properties of solids and liquids. Yeah, you'll have to study a lot of theory, like stress, strain, and a lot. Then you have KTG and thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is very, very important. I've seen questions being asked in NEET 2019 and subsequently in 2020 as well. They asked a question about the adiabatic process. So just focus on it. Be clear with each process, the conditions under which, just see where delta G is 0, delta U 0, delta G is not 0, of course. Like delta U 0, internal energy, all such concepts. Be clear with that. The next lesson in class 12 is magnetism and matter. So, yes, they talk about the Earth's magnetic properties like magnetism and ferromagnetic, paramagnetic, diamagnetic substances. In NCERT, examples are given, so remember it. Like NaCl is paramagnetic or diamagnetic, all such things are important. Next, in class 12 physics, volume 2 entirely is important theoretically, especially this wave optics. Just remember the shape of the fringes, all such things are given, like hyperbolic fringes, like what type of slit forms hyperbolic fringes, and so on and so forth. So, finally, you should just study theory and just highlight every line which you think it's important from the point of view of examination. Alright, so after you've mastered the theory of all these lessons, also have to solve problems from these lessons. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not important, just give 50% importance to theory for these lessons. That is what I say. Alright, moving on to the next. Problem solving. Now, most of the students usually they ask, should I solve problems given in NCERT or not? The answer is yes, you must solve it. Like at least the example sums, you need not solve it, like not write it down, but just read it like as if you're reading a storybook. You'll understand the concept, like how they have approached to solve the problem. Like example sums are just to grasp the concepts. You need not memorize it. You need not pay too much attention, but yes, grasp the concepts from it. All right, next you have a few MCQs given in the book back. That's really, really important. Don't ignore it. Don't ever ignore it. And you should also remember the answer. Like it should all be in your fingertips. Okay, rest of the questions, like additional questions, all these you solve if you have time. Just go with it. Don't go for any other book. Like don't be on a haste to buy solve another MCQ book. Okay, don't do that. If you have time, like if you have completed one MCQ book, then go come to NCERT, solve all the additional questions, every question given in the book back, and write down the formula used just beside the question itself. Okay, so that it'll be easy for you when you revise it. Highlight the questions which are like very important conceptually. Yeah, so don't forget that. All right, so these are the three things which you should do when you're solving NCERT problems. Alright, so first book was NCERT book. The second one is H.C. Verma. I know most of you would have this book in your shelf. Yes, but yeah, it was even I used it, but yeah, but I didn't really like this book initially. But later, when I tried solving the MCQ part of it, it was really interesting. I just checked it with a few question papers of NEET, and I found like few questions of the HC Verma MCQs were being asked in NEET. So I understood the importance of solving the MCQs of HC Verma. I'm not suggesting you to solve these short answer questions, all those questions, but I strongly recommend rather to solve the MCQ part because it is very important very important conceptually relevant problems. Um, like you'll have very simple questions, seemingly simple but difficult to answer. So usually NEET asks such type of questions. They don't give a very lengthy problem kind of thing. They usually ask very simple questions, but it's difficult to answer. So do solve the MCQ part of HC Verma. But usually people don't solve it. That's why I'm telling you, you must solve it. Moving on to the next thing, like previous 15 years paper, this everyone knows, I know. But still, 15 years of paper, it should be in your fingertips. You should not just solve it once and leave it. No, you should solve it again and again, and you should just master it. It's like the most important among everything. You know, whether you solve HC Verma short on, like whether you solve MCQ part of HC Verma, whether you read NCRT, I don't care. But you should definitely, every student must have every question of previous year in your fingertip. It's really important. This is the topmost priority. So just pay attention. Next book which I had and which I used was Errorless Physics. So I used coaching module. I went to coaching. So basically, if you're a coaching goer, then you follow your coaching module. But for others, like self-starting students, Errorless is sufficient. Like if you solve Errorless, it's just equivalent to coaching module. So you need not worry about that you didn't go to coaching. All right. So Errorless, it has got plenty of questions. You can just master each topic very thoroughly. So it's really a good book. All right. So that was my fourth book which I solved. Basically, in coaching module, everything is covered. Like previous year questions are also covered, except that it doesn't have answers to it. So coaching module is more than sufficient. So coaching goers need not buy Errorless, but again, it's your personal choice. Coming to the next book, it's the secret book of mine. Shouldn't call it secret. I call it secret because I've never seen any NEET aspirant using it. That's why I just say that. Like, that's my style of reading. So, yes, the name of the book is Resnick and Halliday. I should call this is the king of the best of every book. The king of physics, I should call it. Every concept is very clearly, very detailedly explained that you'll develop a very good a very bond will happen, like it's the best book, I should say, the king of physics, I should say. And it's really good that you'll fall in love with the book, you'll fall in love with the physics, and physics will no longer be your nightmare. It would be your sweetest partner, I should say. All right, so basically, this book I would recommend for those students who are like struggling with understanding the concepts of physics. So it's a really good book. I don't recommend you to solve the problems of Resnick and Halliday, but I just rather suggest you to go and go through the concepts once. So you'll have a very clear concepts. Like there are some points highlighted in a box star and it's starred. So don't forget all those stars, okay? Usually I just revise all those starred boxes and go to exam, okay? For concepts, Resnick and Halliday is the ultimatum. Okay, that was new, right? For most of you, it would have been new. So I just thought I would put that up in the title. Okay, all right. So the sixth book which I followed is again, most people, like most NEET aspirants, don't do it, but I did it because I felt it amazing. It was amazing. The book is B.M. Sharma. It's of Cengate series. It's for JEE advanced students, yes, but still, it's really good that you'll be scoring 180 on 180 if you just thorough this book. It has got 6 volumes. I know, damn, really very big book it is, but still. It's an all-in-one book, I should say. It has got concepts, it has got all the variety of problems which you need to know, like more than you need to know, it has got. So if you just solve this book, you'll crack NEET, you'll crack JEE mains, you'll crack JEE advanced as well. So it is of that level. So for people who are willing to solve a lot of problems, like totally different kind of problems, you can go with this book. I again highly recommend this book. Resnick and Haldy and B.M. Sharma is the best combo, I should say. Like, no one had told me, like, these all I explored myself, and I just found out and figured out a way to, master physics. Okay. So moving on, we coming to the seventh tip, which is, yeah, coming to the mock test papers. So whenever you attempt physics part of the mock test, usually there are a plenty of questions which you don't know. It happens with everyone, so it's nothing new. Yes, so those questions which you didn't attempt, come home and highlight them, okay? And there are some questions, like few questions you might have done some careless mistake kind of thing. So highlight them in a different color. I usually use orange for careless mistakes and green for those questions which I didn't attempt. So yes, I made a separate notebook for, avoid the recurring mistakes. Like, I do a lot of mathematical errors. I did it. So what I did, like, I used to pen down in a separate diary all these careless mistakes just so that I don't avoid it in the next exam. Just before the exam, I just go through it, give a quick review, like, and go to the exam so that I don't do it again. That's really important for you all, because in physics alone, mistakes always keep on happening again and again. So you'll have to just pay attention and eradicate it just then and there. All right. So these were my 7 secret tricks, or 7 tricks for you, and hope it helped you. I just thought it would be useful for you all, so I just thought I'd share with you. And thank you for watching. And if you want to comment, do comment. Your comments are welcome. And do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.